Ladies and gentlemen, one of Santa Fe's finest, Joe West.
An old drinking buddy called me up the other day. He was just passing through town. He was held up at a restaurant bar in Santa Fe called Maria's. And would I like to meet him for a drink, he asked. Well, it was a school night, so I said I'd meet him, but only for one. 3 or 4 margaritas later, we were tanked, kicking around stories from our salad days, when we happened to meet several ladies sitting at the next table. They were visiting from Fort Collins, Colorado. They were in town for a friend's wedding, and they were having their girls' night out. Well, one thing led to another, and we all began talking, and we decided to find another bar to go dancing. So we spilled out of Maria's into my friend's 4-door Land Rover and roared out of the parking lot. And as we did, I made a mental note to myself at that point that I'd left my car at Maria's. We found a bar down off the plaza. Started dancing to the 80s hits being DJ'd by a marvelous DJ and shaking our booty with those wonderful girls from Fort Collins, Colorado. One of them, her name was Christina, really seemed interesting to me. Her father had been a military man. She traveled most of her life, but now she managed the J. Crew there in Fort Collins, but was actually thinking about going back to graduate school to study art history. Well, one thing led to the next, and we began touching each other under the table and kissing. "Let's get out of here," she whispered in my ear. So we spilled out into the cool Santa Fe night air. And when I learned that her motel was all the way out on Cerrillos Road, it occurred to me once again that I'd left my car at Maria's. Christine and I took a cab out to her motel and made exquisite sex. Several times. And when we awoke, we realized that we were in love. Christina quit her job in Fort Collins and moved to Santa Fe, and within a year we were married and putting a down payment on a little 7-acre plot up by Glorietta, on which we built a small, passive solar brown stucco with a red tin roof. But we had to add on because we began to have many beautiful children. Christina went back to graduate school and got her master's in art history, and I became a very successful online mortgage broker. But at the age of 57, I was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. The best in the profession said I only had a short time left. But I was blessed in those final moments to be surrounded by friends and family that showered me with love and faith and a brave acceptance of death. But in that final moment, as I began to enter the hallway, at the end of which was a bright light, the light of everlasting life, I was overcome by a sense of failure, a feeling of regret, an overwhelming sense of life left unlived. It was that moment that I realized that I'd left my car at Maria's.